Thank you so very much for joining me here. This is your weekly love reading. It is for April 7th through 13th, 2025. My name is Carolyn. The two of you have been going through a massive cleansing of energies, healing, especially an emotional detoxing and cord cutting type of energy, a severing of contracts with an external energy in your union getting in the way and keeping the two of you separated. So these are all of the old earth things that we've been cleansing and clearing and deleting basically out of the system, so you two are ready to unite together as a couple without a trio basically here. So let's see what the energies are for the overall energy for your union this week. We do have the Three of Scrolls. It's the Three of Swords with the Queen of Swords coming through, and then long distance here. So something, I feel like there is protection over you, especially over your mind and duality, to have this consciousness awakening. There's a lot of enlightenment type of energy coming through recently, and the way God's assisting right now is to have this awakening in the consciousness, the revelations, the clarity of facts coming through. And so possibly what we've been clearing here is how trauma got in and then disrupted that clarity of understanding, right? So now you are moving away from that here and leaving this behind you with the long distance energy. So it looks like you're moving on, and the Queen of Swords is coming in to clear out any residual energy. I think your counterpart here had the King of Swords last week in their thoughts towards your union to help assist clearing. So now this Queen of Swords coming in, helping you get more stable and grounded, complete the purification process for you here as well. We are in Venus retrograde right now. Venus is going direct Sunday, April 13th here. So there could be something going on with the feminine completion now, and the heart healing connected with your emotional body, the feminine energies. So we do have the Four of Cups coming through with work and the Empress card here. So you're being taken through this portal. We did this last week in the extended reading very, very strongly. Out of victimhood is the way I'm hearing it as. So it's to complete this, especially in your third eye chakra, in the mind's eye of, I'm seeing it's connected with like the spell work we've been clearing with the Venus energy here as well, to complete clearing out the duality here, and the illusion is what I'm going to suggest it as. I feel like the illusion there's a purification completing right now this week, big time for the feminine here. I feel like these things have been with choosing, having relationships with the wrong people, so it's created a pattern of the way it is type of idea. This is just the type of relationships. This is normal. This is what relationships are. This is a continuation of clearing out the programs that we were doing last week here. So for you to not have like emotional sadness, the Three of Swords, the Three of Cups, like staying stuck in that, and instead rising up out of this here, and the victimhood connected to that in the consciousness is what I'm hearing, and getting into more of a timeline of peace, an energy, a consciousness of peace in a relationship, right? Peace in the marriage, peace in your union, and then continue creating that from the consciousness into physical form here. We do have the Two of Cups emotionally coming through with the Gossip card, and then the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is also saying continue putting in the work. You are starting to see the results here, and I think you're starting to get some understanding as well of where the energy got in and disrupted your union, and that could be with like third-party karmics again is what I'm hearing, but this could be connected with things that have happened in previous relationships, and or possibly the current situation you're in here, of letting external influences dictate over your union here, and how this energy could have, especially like with other people, gossip got into other people and caused them to break up with you, stop being friends with you, get fired, for example, stuff of this nature, right? Maybe you're getting in trouble, and you didn't do anything wrong, you got set up kind of idea here. So you're getting to the bottom of, is what I feel like, of possibly seeing the pattern this week on this, but certainly like clearing this up. Overstanding it, again, is the words I'm feeling, to remove your attachment to these things, even if it's coming from a place of frustration. Victimhood, again, is the way I'm hearing it. It feels like thinking about these things continuously that have happened previously, kind of playing it out, talking about it, and continuing feeling that energy, rather than putting an end to that and choosing a different pattern, basically, something better, right? So we've got the 6 of Scrolls coming through, the 6 of Swords, with Beauty Queen, shining, adored, being seen, and then the World card here. So there is endings that you're processing through. I feel like, especially where this got caught up in the confusion, I feel like these 2 cards are both standing in the same pose here, right? One arm up, one arm down. And it feels like the confusion of who you are, you could have had like doppelganger kind of energy, or people trying to be like you. I get these with clients as well, like imposters, people dressing like them, makeup like them, talking like them, same interest, like copying them, stealing their friends, stealing their boyfriend, stuff like that. Like this kind of concept here of, I feel like what you're getting to the bottom of is like, what is authentically you, and not some other energy here. I'm going to suggest like a false light, or it could be the way trying to fit in, or to be typical average type of self, fitting in with the crowd. This is how we all act. It feels again like a continuation of last week's energies of breaking the cycle, being independent of it, being sovereign, being different, following your own path, being an individual more. And the confusion around the separation and the duality, especially if you feel like there's been a lot of competition, a lot of frenemies, a lot of being picked on or attacked, especially for your life force energy, couldn't get along with people, getting bullied all the time. I think that why they were doing this, separation is what I'm hearing, was to steal your light, steal your shine, steal your radiance, and false light, like impostor it, use it for themselves and try and be like the divine feminine Christ. But these things I'm seeing are Piscean age, so it's a false light feminine versus you here. And I think where are you separating yourself from this? And it feels like a lot of figuring all of these sorts of things out, and the confusion connected with other feminines, other people, and how maybe fighting for attention, for example, but how this has played out in life is that created a victimhood, because I feel like you're put in these positions of being the victim, and people taking and attacking and lying and stealing, and a lot of negativity, and maybe like lying about you to other people to get other people pinned against you, right? And then you are put in a position of having to pull yourself up out of something, and being compared to is not good enough, fighting competition, and possibly like losing your relationships to another person, right? They like somebody else, or they cheat with somebody else, or something like this kind of idea, envy. So it feels like a huge opportunity to leave this behind and begin a new cycle. So this is a different layer, but it's a continuation of moving away from the old earth and starting this 5D paradigm here, where your union is in a much healthier, stable position, where there's not the interferences from the external world influencing what goes on in your relationship here. And this is within you, though, this week, and with other competitive energy is what it feels like. But certainly not getting your way is... So to be the Empress now, rather than being stuck in this, it's like you're being put into being the Empress. So it's a whole 180 happening here, where you're coming out the other side. So just keep, it's mostly in the consciousness that this is breaking for you here, is the way I'm seeing it as, and that you're going to get the victory. And so the Queen of Swords is cutting this stuff out. And how I'm going to suggest how other people got involved and destroyed your happiness ultimately here, didn't want you to be happy. And then we got the Devil as the final outcome here, but it looks like a female in this card. So I feel like we've got short term, and then the Six of Pentacles with a beautiful couple on it. And the man filling up the woman's bag here is, so this auspicious energy is what I'm hearing. Getting the love, like not letting this entity get what's yours, your money, your union, your stability, your health. So through the short term, there's things ending. So there's a quick ending to these things. This could be a week of this stuff being cut out with the Queen of Swords, the Devil being cut out through friends, family members, siblings, co-workers. These feel like competitive people that that have disrupted and destroyed relationships or other life circumstances. It definitely feels like a pattern of false light feminine coming, Jezebel attacking the divine feminine Christ and taking from her, making her feel like she's crazy, just like the brainwashing, the mind control, through the Three of Swords. So it's coming in through trauma. The Devil sends people to your life to hurt you and play games with you. And, eventually you're gonna not feel good enough. You're the victim. You're not worthy. You're not the beauty queen. You're not standing in your power. You're not receiving what you want, because this imposter's come in and taken your position as the Empress here and lived your life. So this is what's coming to an end. And it might just be through this particular week that this is coming to a final ending here. We do have the full moon on the Libra full moon on April 12th, and then Venus direct on the 13th. So that could be playing a big role in breaking this by the end of the week with the full moon. For your counterpart towards you, we have the Four of Pentacles. So you've got the Four of Cups. They have the Four of Pentacles with young male, and then the Star card coming through here. And this is, I think the Star energy was coming in through your counterpart last week. There's help to take them out of being trapped with this imposter feminine, I'm going to suggest dark feminine, and keeping them from their keeping them stuck in the matrix as a distorted masculine energy here. So something's coming in to help them not be deceived by this here any longer. I think like the false light, seeing the masks are being revealed, the truth is coming to the light. I had a recent client one-on-one session, and we were clearing out women coming in and taking her relationships, this patterning of it. And as I kept clearing, I just kept seeing underlying reptilians, entities, all of that sort of witchcraft and stuff like that. So but what I was seeing is like the truth's going to be revealed. Like all of a sudden the shape shifting, the masks are coming off. You're going to see the real appearance behind the mask kind of idea. And for the masculine, and I feel like this is kind of what's coming to the light, is they're going to see this surface level, and what they thought was the they're so attracted to one day could be like, wow, it's totally opposite. Don't like that. That's gross. That energy is gross to me. Why was I ever even attracted to that kind of idea here? And it feels like a huge change is happening where their perception of that will quickly shift and they're going to see the truth here. So this is, again, I think a continuation of the apocalypse for all of us here, but for the unions as well, that the truth is being revealed to set you two free and continue forward movement on your union. We have the Wheel card coming through for them emotionally. That was mentally for them last week here as well, with the Triangle card and then the Four of Pentacles. So 2 4 Pentacles coming in. This is where they've been stuck, right? In duality. This is like a devil on that card, and them dressed up as a devil with the devil's mask on, just looking at this pentacle in this card here, or it's a dragon is what it is. And yeah, it looks like the devil card. There's something coming into, because like the gossip, the third, and there's disruptions, right? Lies, illusions, confusion kind of ideas, triangle, crowded relationships and choices. And I think this is where it came up, and it was financially here, like the nice car, the nice home, the nice jewelry, you know, the trophy girlfriend, all of this sort of idea where the Matrix creates this persona here. I think this is what they're breaking free of. So it's a false perception of reality in different ways that the two of you are clearing this week. And I think to get to the bottom of what's real and what's false, and to continue forward, clearing out the false light out of your relationships and letting other narratives take the lead that are not the truth, right? So this is where they got to take their, set stronger boundaries with this through this week of discovery, and move away from this, take charge over it and put an end to this here. It could be something with the respiratory system with them as well, that this could be coming up and clearing. So like a lot of phlegm, for example, could be coming up, that kind of idea. We've got the Two of Pentacles in their blocks so they've got a lot of Pentacle cards so far. With fun times, partying, having fun, going to events with the Tower card. I felt this Tower energy last week with them here. So this is going to collapse. This lifestyle is what it feels like. Persona, I'm also hearing, and it's a non-committal lifestyle here, where there's just too many people, too much stuff getting in the way of this relationship. And so this is going to be connected to a lifestyle change that they're going to have to get into their own truth. So I'm seeing like a program, a spell, a matrix spell that they've been under that caused them to see things through a certain lens. That's breaking here, and it's going to help them get to what is real, what is authentic, what is true. And this is certainly part of them maturing as a divine masculine. This needs to happen, and not be letting that take the lead on their choices in the relationship. And just generally, I feel like as well, because this is very old earth energy here. And so between the two of you, it's the underlying energy that would trick you, connive, steal, take advantage of, but what it feels like is control the narrative, control the two of you through the perception and lens of reality that this entity wanted your union to be, controlling the two of you to create the narrative of how your relationship should be going here, that you two are breaking that and not letting that thing be the author of your relationship or your lives any longer. So they have the 9 of Cups with the 10 of Cups as their action steps this week, with mature woman. So this feels like you. And then the Temperance card coming through here. They did have the Justice last week. So I think what broke last week is a continuation this week of what's been underlying with that devil energy last week, is a consciousness here of a false light feminine trying to be used, steal your light, steal your position, steal your counterpart, convince your counterpart to be putting all of their time and energy and money and lifestyle into this dark feminine here, and continue fueling up and keeping them busy and apart from you here. So it's like you both didn't see the truth of your relationship, of the value of these things here. And this is a false light narrative. So you two are continuing clearing out the layers and levels of this to get back into balance and elevate your consciousness of the union, especially here as well, through this clearing. And then the final outcome here, we do have the 10 of Wands with family. And then the last card here is the Page of Swords coming through. So soul, family, groups, origins, what it feels like is ending this old earth pattern now here and getting the clarity. So the Page of Swords is helping the two of you basically move past being manipulated, I'm going to suggest, and controlled into lies, and instead get back the truth of your relationship and start this new, like, figuring out what it is that does truly make you happy. And I'm hearing like that you two are the beloveds is what actually will continue revealing the happiness for you. So I feel like you're being put as the divine feminine Christ in a very good position now. You're like, the first shall be last, the last shall be first. You're owning it, you're embracing it, you're stepping into your power, you're not going to let the other energies take this and take advantage of you. Again, I feel like you're putting a final ending to this week, and your counterparts here are getting into alignment through the veil shifting here this week, and some help because things are clearing automatically, and that's just going to bring this to the surface to help your counterpart get to the bottom of where they keep putting that matrix lifestyle and agenda ahead of a family, a marriage, a healthy relationship, a legacy, building, you know, a strong family home and foundation, and future generations here as well, right? So it really has to clear the Babylonian system. This is all the Babylonian system here, and change, which most of society is running on this system, especially masculine. So it has a paradigm shift here has to happen, and you two are the way showers here. The collective will follow eventually, but you two are having to break the norm is what it feels like, and pave a new way right now through this understanding of the truth coming to help the two of you and clear away the false light narrative here as well. So we're going to be working with the Gospel of Arcadia in this week's extended reading. So we will get more cards, and then we're also doing the shamanic God code healing. So decoding out what needs to go, this narrative, this dark feminine imposter here, and the lies and the manipulation, and then bring in what we can do to support the two of you level up out of this here and move away from this template for good. So if you'd like to join us, the link is down below. If you do need a private one-on-one session, if you need support with your union, I do have private sessions currently open. The link is down below for that, and we can go deeper into your personal union and what's going on with you and your divine counterparts. So if you need support, I am here. Thank you for joining me. God bless you, and have a very blessed week. Take care.